All right, guys, on today's video, there's a guy called Truth is Christ. That's the name of his YouTube channel. Go check him out. I'm a big fan. Man, I didn't even think about it when I was making this video. I bought his book. Now, listen, I haven't read his book yet, but I bought his book. It's called Sealed by the King. It's about how the King James Bible is the perfect Bible. The reason I'm making this video is I've watched a lot of his stuff, but then I just found this one today, or not today. It was probably 3, 4 days ago. I saw it, and I was like, man, that's crazy. You know what? I'm gonna try it. So we're gonna watch a little bit of his video. We're not gonna watch it all. We're gonna watch a little bit of his video, and then I'm gonna try it myself and see if it works live on the screen and all that to see if it's accurate. Because I've been wanting to do some of his things, but they get kind of intricate. Not crazy intricate, but he adds this word and this word and this word, but this one right here is so easy. I just want to try it live and see how it works because it's fascinating, and it's fascinating how the math is like leveling out like the perfect word, number 7 for the King James Bible, and it's just crazy. You know, if half of what this guy says is true, it's incredible. All right, but anyway, we're gonna start. And I want you guys to watch a little bit of this so you can kind of see what I'm doing. That way, instead of explaining it to you, he's going to explain it to you because it is much better, much better job at it. But he's going to show you, and then I'm going to see if it works as well. All right, so here we go. So it's not crazy. I'm just trying to replicate something he's showing. All right.
What would you do if you found out the 666th mention of Jesus in the entire Bible? So if you count every single time that Jesus, his name appears, once you got to the 666th mention, it's not talking about Jesus Christ. It's talking about a false prophet, a sorcerer, an antichrist, the only antichrist
Okay.
mention of Jesus in the entire Bible. So if you go to King James Pure Bible Search or
James Pure Bible
purebiblesearch.com.
Search. All right, this is what he's telling you to download. Now, I've gone through and downloaded it already, and as soon as he shows us this thing, and then I'm going to go try what he tried on the King James Pure Bible download. And he said the 666th mention of Jesus is not Jesus in the Bible. That which is you'll see it's pretty cool, very cool. He says it's a false prophet.
Is where you can download this software. Only recently, only in the past couple of days has this been found, and it was sent to me by 2 different people, and I checked it myself, and I was so blown away. I just needed to share how simple and how precise this is, and it's a really big deal because I guess I'll explain after, but if you go to purebiblesearch.com and download King James Pure Bible Search, first of all, the reason I think we never found this before, the reason I never stumbled on it, is because when you type in Jesus in Pure Bible Search, first of all, it'll give you a count of 973. So that's Jesus when it's standalone Jesus. If you want to include all the mentions of Jesus with the apostrophe, you need to include this asterisk or the star, which gives you the full count of 983 mentions.
So Jesus and Jesus with the apostrophe. So all mentions of it. That's capitalized. That's Jesus capital J. And that's Jesus like Jesus says. That's all mentions of Jesus is 983. All right. If you put the asterisk behind it. But I think you got to put one in front too, is what
Now, a
he's.
few of those are not referring to Jesus Christ. And if you're familiar with this channel, you already know about that, and I'll point you to videos that detail those things after this. But if you were to look for the 666th mention in this count, there's one mention of Jesus that doesn't appear, and it's usually a mention we don't really care about anyways. But in order to get that other mention of Jesus, which is not talking about Jesus Christ, you need to put a star in front of Jesus, giving you a count of 984.
984. Get that
So
one
once you
extra.
have a star in front and the end of Jesus, that's when it's giving you every single appearance of Jesus in the Bible, including this Antichrist mention of Jesus, which we're going to see. So once you select a result in the middle here, as you can see, it's giving you every single time that Jesus shows up in the Bible. If you were to select this, if you're to select this details icon up here, if it lets me, you have to click the green pin to make it stay. I'm going to drag it over here so we can see it easily. But basically, when you select any of these search results, you can see what search result number it is. So this is the 7th mention of Jesus when he's coming to John to be baptized. And you can click anywhere and you
Okay,
can
do you see
see
what he's
what
doing?
number search result this is. So
See what he's doing? He's bringing up this little grid that every time, every verse you click on that mentions Jesus out of the 984, over here it tells you, like right here, Matthew 8:20, and Jesus, this Jesus right here is the 26th mention of 984 times you'll find Jesus in the Bible. All mentions, all letters written all ways. It's 984 times. All right, and that's the 26. Okay, so play.
this is the 26th mention of Jesus in Matthew 8:20, and you can go anywhere and you can find out the number of mention. Now, if you've seen other videos on my channel, you know that there's significance with the 70 times 7th mention of Jesus, or the 490th, the 77th mention of Jesus, the 777th mention of Jesus have.
Go watch this dude's videos. They are wild, and it'll make you be like, I'm not reading any other Bible but the King James. I mean, it's insane. I'm not saying I'm a King James version only. I'm saying I play one on TV. But man, this dude right here is like, why am I reading any of these other Bibles? It's gnarly. It'll have me all conspiracy theoried out. All right.
Amazing, astonishing patterns or anomalies associated with them. But the reason we never found this one is because we never usually look for Jesus, including this guy. So Acts 9:29 is mentioned number 660, 661, 662, 663, 664, 665. The 666th mention of Jesus, appearance of Jesus in the Bible, is Acts 13:6, which says, "And when they had gone through the isle unto Paphos, they found a certain sorcerer, a false prophet, a Jew whose name was Bar Jesus."
You see that? So the 666th mention of Jesus in the Bible is not even the real Jesus. It's the false prophet Bar Jesus. That is crazy. All right, so that's the story. I've watched enough of this guy's content, so I finally downloaded the Pure King James Bible Pure Word Search, and we're going to check this out and see if it just maps out. It should be real simple. All right, so let me hit this button here. There it is. I got it right there. Let me bring it back up. Okay, King James Bible Pure Word Search. So you said we got to put a star in front. So star, then Jesus, and then star again. Okay, am I doing something wrong? Because look now, this says number of occurrences 694. Okay, that's why it's not counting everything. 980. Man, look at that. 984 occurrences. Okay, okay, so this is, what did you got to click on this right here. Nice. Oh, try it again. Dang, okay, so boom. All right, so that's the second Jesus. You see the second mention of Jesus, and you got second two of 984 here. 125. Okay, let's scroll down. Let's just check this. What's this? Matthew 9:4 is the 31st. All right, so let's keep rolling. It was what? Acts 13:6 is the 666th mention. Let's just grab this right here. Acts 13:6. Right here. And when they had gone through the Isle of Paphos, they found a certain sorcerer, a false prophet, a Jew whose name was Bar Jesus. And it is, dang, he's not making that up. That's real. 666. Dang, did you guys? Now, see, a part of me wants to be all logical and be like, well, that's a coincidence and everything, but that's gnarly, man. The 666th mention of Jesus in the Bible is not even Jesus. It's the false prophet Bar Jesus. Good job, Truth is Christ, and the guys that sent you that information. That is gnarly. Bravo! It mapped out and added up. That is insane. I figured it would, because I was just seeing if I could replicate it. Good job. You guys go check out Truth is Christ. That is too cool. I enjoyed making this little video and following along after him. Go check him out. Give him a like and a subscribe. Uh, yeah, he's got tons of stuff like this all over. I finally just decided to download the search and start looking at it myself. Tons of cool stuff. He's so interesting. I bought his book. He's so interesting. I gave him some money. You know. But you guys have a great rest of the day and go check him out. Truth is Christ. Dude is brilliant. Dude is brilliant. Got crazy good, awesome things. All right, you guys. Like and subscribe my channel and have a great rest of the day.